Oh boy, we have a storm rolling through here. But while we wait for this storm to come through, I've covered my car. And we're supposed to be getting hail, but we'll see what plays out. Either way, though, business wise, haven't done a ton more. We did get in a Charizard 10, which has a foil promo for Charizard Y here. You get 4 TCG packs and a code card as always. So pretty cool. Don't know if I'm going to be opening that or not. But other things, diet-wise been good. Got some clothes for the beach trip today. Didn't do a video yesterday. This weekend's been a lot of just like kind of recovery and mental prep. I want to put a real dent in as much weight loss as possible in the next like 7 weeks. Do what we can. Business wise, I'm going to do what I can as well. My focus is going to be weight loss more than anything else. And if we can do other things, then that will also be a thing. If I still want to tuft rugs in the next few weeks, then I think we will make the jump to doing it. I don't want to make it an impulse purchase. Now, if I had gotten the bonus I expected from work, I would have already bought it, honestly. Or I would have been more gung-ho about it, but seeing as the initial cost is going to be like $500-600, probably right about there. I haven't priced it all out, but I think it's right about that mark. I don't want to jump the gun, waste all that money. Now, the experience and the learning will be good either way, but I want to try to do this the smart way, which means for me, I want to set aside some funds and kind of plan it out. We might push the tufting off until after I get back from my trip and just give it some time, set aside some money. So that'll be like midsummer. That could be something I learn midsummer. I'm not opposed to that idea. We might go that route. We'll see. I might end up doing it sooner, but I think realistically it's probably better to wait until after the trip when we get back. And then I know I have the whole kind of summer. I don't have interruptions I have to worry about. Like, I don't want to get started, do it for 2 weeks, then take an entire week break, and then maybe I just fall off the bandwagon, right? I don't think I would, but I don't want to chance it. So I think it's smarter. We'll go about it a different way. Investment-wise, we haven't talked about investments. I did buy some Eli Lilly, some more of it. Bought in a couple, and I'm looking at a few different things. I do think investing generally in GLP-1s or like your like GLP-3, your triple agonist GLP-1s is probably a really good investment. I mean, realistically, 40+% of Americans are obese or overweight? It's a lot of people. Go to the grocery store. Look at them. Like, generally just look at people. You don't have to be hurtful about it, but ask yourself, is this person obese? You're more likely than not, in my experience, it's going to be yes. I consider myself obese. I think I'm sitting, honestly, realistically, 23 to 25% body fat. I weigh 180. I'm 5'9", 5'10", and I'm not extremely lean. I consider myself obese. And I think I'm in probably pretty good shape, but I consider myself obese. If there are people of my size and smaller hopping on GLP-1s and everyone else bigger than me, and all the obese people are likely to get on GLP-1s at some point in time. I'm not saying they will, but I think there's pretty good odds that these people get on it. They don't learn how to diet. They use it to reduce their hunger. They end up basically starving themselves. They basically lose weight that way. Then they hop off. They gain the weight, and it becomes a cycle. I could see that happening. I could see GLP-1s becoming a lifelong, essentially, subscription for people. or I guess prescription would be the technical, but I'm thinking of it like a subscription model. Like these people are paying monthly basically to be in good shape because they lack the knowledge, the willingness to learn, the capability to simply eat less over the long run, right? Like you don't have to be perfect every day, but you've got to be perfect more often than not. And yes, that's maybe a little small of a take, but I do think it's long term, probably a pretty good, jump in the right direction, especially with Eli Lilly and Reddit TrueTide and everything else they're messing with. Uh, it's looking good for an investment. They're already worth a ton of money. If Retta becomes their big push, then I'm going to think that investment's going to perform really well. Yes, I think investing in AI is big, right? Makes sense. You can do well with AI. And I'm not saying you can't, but I honestly think the GLP-1s are also a phenomenal and just is likely going to do just as well. I think AI has a little bit more potential drawbacks if you don't invest in the right way. Um, you could invest in, say, Anthropic. Now, your average person can't invest in Anthropic, but just an example here. Like, let's say you invested in uh, OpenAI or Anthropic, and then the Chinese model ends up being the winner take all or the primary choice. Well, you probably aren't going to do well on the investment in the long run. And I know that risk is there for GLP-1s, but I think it's less so than the AI sector. Of course, there's risks with every investment in all of these investments, but I'm just kind of talking why my thesis about it. So overall good. We're just gonna see what this storm does. I might open a Pokemon pack and like record it. I don't know. Maybe. But we might also just go ahead and relax for the evening and chill out. It is getting late. So either way, we'll see. But I will catch y'all in the next one.